Hey y'all, I'm Attica Scott, former Kentucky State Representative.
They're asking me about everything, local, state, federal, all the time. How do I do this? How do I do that? Why can't I get a speed hump? What's going on with the consent decree? Hey y'all, welcome to Ask Attica. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday morning. Hey y'all, welcome to Ask Attica, where I'm in conversations with people across our city who are doing some things. And today I'm so honored to sit down with someone I've known for years, y'all. Who has done a lot in our community, an artist, musician, radio show host, journalist, like all of it. And I deeply appreciate it. And today we're going to have an important conversation about some things that y'all been asking me about related to immigration. So we're going to get to that, but I want to start with a question, Lewis, that relates to today being Independence Day. So I wanted to ask you, what does independence mean to you? And as you answer the question, if you want to share a little bit more about yourself and what you do with folks, that would be wonderful.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
Um, this is interesting question because now, for the atmosphere, economic, politic, we need talk more independence.
Yes.
Uh, the dictionary said independence is when one people no influence with other people in respect. But the challenge with the independence is I have a right, but we have compromise.
Mhm.
Um, Sometimes when I am go to university, I think, oh, when is the independence? But isn't the system
Mhm.
is very different? Uh, Anarchy, independence. Now is good moment for talk about the independence. In my case, is independence for my salary,
Mhm.
my family, my friends, my music. But when you check this topic, they have a rulers.
Mm.
When is the line
Yeah.
border?
Ooh.
But we need convivence with ruler.
Mhm.
Include the anarchy have a rulers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Independence is for me the people have the basic food,
Mm.
house, and access the public service.
Yes.
But it's difficult have independence when the life not provide a basic
Mhm.
needed.
Mhm. Ooh.
I think so.
I appreciate that response because you looked individually at yourself,
Yeah,
but also community, right?
it's important.
Yeah.
We are a clock.
Mhm.
The world is the circle.
Yes.
Yeah, my attitude influences your
Mhm.
attitude uh, influence negative, positive, or gray.
Mhm.
And now this is time we don't have two colors. It's
Right.
different colors.
Yes.
The most important is find what is my independence.
Hmm. I like that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. So I'd like the folks who are tuning in to get to know you a little bit more, Luis. So can you tell me about your work at La Esquina?
Yes.
What is La Esquina and then what do you do?
Yeah. Oh, I am journalist for 26 years. Um, when coming United States and special love Louisville,
Hmm.
lovely Louisville.
Yes.
Um, how's Louisville, Lover,
Yes.
Louis? This is independence. You talk whatever. What is more easy for me? I am. It's good for me because Louisville is more easy pronounced for me.
That's right, Louisville.
Louisville is not complicated. La Esquina is one website. Is provide information. Is free.
Okay.
Is more for is my passion. When I have a support, it's okay. When I don't have support, no worry, my
Mm.
compromise is with my community.
Okay.
The idea is, of course, information every week for weather.
Okay.
Why? Because many followers they
Mhm.
working in construction
Mm.
and um, last keeping
Okay.
is very necessary. The Kentucky is extreme. It's hot and cold
Yes.
in the middle.
Yes.
My favorite month is March and November.
Okay.
I like it. The
Okay.
colors.
All right.
In La Esquina, we provide information for immigration, for what law, um, working in Frankfurt,
Mhm.
what resources uh, provide for Latino or immigrant community in
Okay.
Louisville. Mm, for example, was one situation in other groups,
Mhm.
I pay attention because we are the part, the
Mhm.
system,
Mm.
or we are the part, the world or the society.
Yes. So, would it be correct to define La Esquina as is it independent media? Is
Yes,
that yeah, yeah.
it's only me.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Yes, and the first time when I start, oh, I need camera, I need light, I need this one. I have one cell phone, one computer, that's it.
Okay.
Because I working in radio and newspaper and TV in Mexico and Guatemala.
Mhm.
Mm, and when come here, I working with Al Dia in
Yes.
America.
Yes.
It's good opportunity for me.
Mhm.
But and then okay, I need other perspective, other
Yes.
side.
Mhm.
Eh, Sometimes I am conflict with the media
Okay. Like the mainstream
because
media?
yeah, in
Mm.
general,
Yes. Yes.
eh, La Esquina is good opportunity for me
Mhm.
for understand other Latino community
Mhm.
because no is the same
That's right.
writing
Mhm.
for only public Mexico, Guatemala, or
Mhm.
other countries.
Mhm.
Louisville have many Venezuela, Colombia,
Yes.
Peru, Ecuador, Cuba. They have other perspective.
Yes.
It's good opportunity for me. For
Mm.
example, never I write in culture not
Okay.
only politic
Mm. Mhm.
because I working in investigator team and El Periódico, the
Okay.
newspaper is the name.
Mhm.
But sometimes I write in culture, next time sport,
Okay.
weather,
All of it.
is other language.
Yes.
Yes. If La Esquina is a corner,
Okay.
the name why La Esquina? Because and the corner is the reference. For example, oh where which part live Scott? Sorry, Attica.
Yeah.
Um, oh, Attica live in the next block at the corner, and then take right or left.
Yes.
Oh, always the corner is the
Mm.
reference.
So La Esquina means the corner.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, in the
Oh,
corner.
I like that. Where
You
do you hang out? You hang out on the corner.
yes,
I
yeah,
love
on the corner. When have a one date
that. Mm-hmm.
or appointment,
Yes.
you walk this one in the corner, turn on or turn
Yes.
left, right, or in the corner the friends
Mm-hmm.
play.
Yes.
I am the rural area. I live in the rural area.
Mm-hmm.
We play soccer for 2 3 hours in the corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, this is
Okay.
the idea. It's more popular and take serious topics
Mm-hmm.
and entertainment. Yeah,
Okay.
the corner.
So, do you remember in was it 2010? Oh my gosh, it was a long time ago. I
Yeah.
think were you? I think you were at Aldea. Were you at Aldea then?
Oh, this time was the La Esquina.
Let's get
Yeah.
okay. You interviewed me. I was running for office. I
Yes.
think I was running for school board, and you
Yes.
interviewed. And I remember you mentioned having a phone. That's how you interviewed me
Yes.
on your phone. Yes, and I was running for office, and I really appreciated y'all because it was an opportunity for me to speak to folks who were reading Spanish language media
Yeah.
about why I was running for office and to ask for support. So I really appreciate you for
No,
that
no, no. I
opportunity.
remember this is time you are interested for government
Yes,
in Kentucky.
yes.
It, this is was impact for my community.
Hmm.
Uh, it for me was it's good opportunity
Yes,
talk with
exactly,
you. Yeah.
exactly. So I'm going to ask you one more question and then
Yep.
we'll take a break. So this question is, how are you navigating the current attacks on and kidnappings of immigrants? Like we know it's happening here in Louisville, we know it's happening in Kentucky, it's happening all across the country. How are you navigating all of that?
It's sad.
Mhm.
Mm, um, I I have a experience. I am citizen, but it's the challenge for my neighbors when the people say to me, "But you are okay. You don't have a problem." It's my problem. It's
Mhm.
all
Yes,
problem.
yes,
Of course, the people is independent,
yes.
take or not take, I respect.
Mhm.
But in my case, is with La Esquina, I need pay more attention.
Mm,
In the most sad is put more attention for the fake news
mm,
because said, oh, the immigrant or the ICE is in Preston or ICE
mhm,
in the downtown.
mhm.
It's double work because I
Mm,
need check. Is
yes.
false? Is true.
Mhm.
It, maybe 95% is false.
Okay.
Is the scare.
Mhm.
It's sad because I have a friend deported.
Mm, so sorry.
Mm, the last time I saw one police state
Mhm.
in Preston
Mhm.
stop one immigrant
Mhm.
driving.
Mhm.
What happened? They
Right.
never stop at the city,
Mhm.
always on the
Mhm.
road.
Right. Mm.
I- the situation changed.
Mhm.
Is sad, angry, and impotence.
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
but the most important for me is make um, friends or make talk different doors.
Yes.
Oh, we need working together.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. Y'all, we're going to take a break and come back, and I'm going to have a few more questions for my dear friend Louise.
The team at Norton West Louisville Hospital would like to invite you to a community update and listening session. In partnership with the Fraser Museum, we are so excited to give you, our community, updates and hear feedback from you as well. Let's talk and bridge the divide. In attendance will be myself, Lorenza Townsend, Chief Administrative Officer for Norton West Louisville Hospital, and Russ Cox, CEO, Norton Healthcare. And now, all we need is you. Join us at the Fraser Museum. The address is 829 West Main Street, beginning at 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., July 15th. Come and talk to us. Come see me. Come bridge the divide with us. But if you do nothing else, stay live.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We're back with my guest, Luis De Leon, and we're talking about immigration issues. And we wanted to come back to our last conversation.
Yes, this is very interesting, Attica, because the immigration or the situation with the community is very similar in Mexico.
Mm,
For why? They know how it's very hard because the Mexico speak 300 languages,
Wow.
indigenous.
Mm,
I mention Guatemala because I live in Guatemala. In Guatemala, they speak 24 languages.
mm,
But what happened when they incorporate and the privilege
mhm.
work is difficult
Okay.
for the colors, for the accent.
Mhm.
For example, when I moved United States, I feel in my body
Mhm.
oh, that discrimination.
Mm,
I never uh, have this experience in the country,
yes.
but the immigration or the situation now in United States is a little similar
Mhm.
in the indigenous population.
Okay. And I know that folks can relate because we have issues here with colorism. We have issues here with people and their accents. I'm from Kentucky. Folks will in other places will talk about accents in Kentucky, right? And so I appreciate you sharing that because there are so many ways in which we connect that I think it's important as we talk about building connections with organizations. As people, we need to build connections with the ways in which we're similar and share those
Yeah,
stories.
yeah,
So thank you for that.
yeah,
So my next question for you
yeah.
is, you were present at the ISAP press conference last month, and I wanted to know, you were covering it, what were your takeaways from that press conference? Maybe just your takeaways from the issue, because y'all, there was a press conference last month at this place that for years has been a place where folks go, they do their required check-ins, but now it's become a trap for folks and for people in ICE. And so we did a press conference, and I just wanted to know what you thought about it.
For
For
the
that situation,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, for
Yes.
the citizen take.
Yes.
Yeah. We talk of microphone.
Yes.
Yeah, I said today, um, today coming for you for my neighbors,
Hmm.
but tomorrow coming for you.
Yes.
Eh, Probably the the pyramid,
Hmm.
pyramid.
The pyramid.
Yes,
Yes.
pyramid. Thank you.
Yes.
Um, Probably, and this is part. The immigration is the last part.
Mm,
But the second, I don't know what is the second street
mm,
step.
hmm.
Is for
Mm,
other people.
hmm.
It's similar.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I answered your question. Sorry.
Um, somewhat,
Okay.
somewhat. Do you think it was important for that press conference to happen? Maybe that's really what I'm trying to get to.
Yes,
Okay.
it's difficult moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
That's okay. You don't have to
yeah,
say
no,
anything
no,
else.
no, no. I don't have the exactly word
Hmm.
in English for answer,
Okay.
but it's difficult
Okay.
situation. Yeah,
Okay. You want to say it in Spanish, and there are people who are watching who will know what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So I it's okay. Stop. Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, your question is sorry. I don't understand your question.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we can move on. That's okay.
Okay. No, no, no.
We,
I don't understand your question.
well, so I'm asking you if you thought we should have the press conference. Did you think it was important to have that press conference?
The
Did it
press
matter that
conference?
at the ISAP office? Yeah, the one at the ISAP office. Did you think it made a difference having that
Oh,
press
yes,
conference?
it's
Okay.
different. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's yeah, it's important.
Mm,
We need more information.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were so many people who had no idea.
No, yes, we need more
Mm,
information. For example, we need plan what happened with the family, the
mm,
child.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And those plans don't happen online. We're not doing it publicly.
Okay.
That right? That happens away from the cameras and the
Yes. Yeah.
microphones.
Yeah.
It's a safety issue, but also that's how you organize,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So my next question is um, about President Trump's first day in office. And we know on that first day in office, he signed the Birthright Citizenship Executive Order. And we know that the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution enshrines birthright citizenship. This guy's doing all kind of things that are unconstitutional. But my question for you is, why should we be concerned about this birthright citizenship executive order?
The question is what happened with the first lady, because when she came in, she practiced the same situation.
Mm,
Of course, this is the message.
mhm,
No, it's for immigration.
mhm,
No, it's for Latino.
mm,
It's for United States people. What is
yes.
the second step? Um, the law is very interesting because uh, the people uh, play the game.
Yes.
Uh, it's legal, but moral is good. If they
Mm,
uh, in the new politic immigration, the president he no pay attention. It's important.
mhm,
I remember this is situation in the 16, 17 years in Latin America
okay.
when was the Cold War,
Mm,
when Russia
yes.
and United States, the friction
Mhm,
is the begin situation.
mm,
Of course, in United States is other scale because when United States have a cold,
mhm.
in Latin America we have COVID.
Mm,
it's,
mm.
it's very
Wow.
similar.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is very sad because it's a discrimination systematic
Mhm.
politic. Yeah.
Yes. You said the United States has a cold, Latin America has COVID. And for a lot of folks who are watching, we say in our black community, when white folks get a cold, black folks get the flu. So we have
Yes.
something similar there. I also wanted to just read the first line of Section 1 of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution to give people some context for what it says, because we hear birthright citizenship. Folks ask me, what is that? What does it mean? So the very first sentence says, all persons or naturalized naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof, meaning they're subject to the boundaries of the United States, are citizens of the United States. Citizens of the United States. I don't like that word citizen anyway, and citizenship. I think it's a divisive term. This is what it says in the Constitution. Citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. So both citizens of Kentucky and of the United States. Duh, right? That makes absolute sense. So I just wanted to share that with folks because I know people ask often, what does it even mean? What is birthright citizenship? So I just wanted to read that to people to give them some perspective.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is law was 2 weeks ago, or maybe 1 week ago. You know what happened last week?
With the Supreme Court?
Other law, the new law.
Oh, the new executive order.
No,
Yeah.
it went now. Oh, the example is the candidate in New York.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But the government or the office government, I don't know, put the immigrants with have a crimes, little
Mm-hmm.
crimes,
Mm-hmm.
the government take the
Yes.
citizen.
Yes.
It's a second step. I don't know what is that next week.
Right.
Uh, the question is what is the real intention?
Yes.
This is only
Ooh.
circus or no,
Mm,
not circus because we live. It's very sad.
yes.
Uh, the question is, what is the real intention?
Ooh.
I
Ooh.
don't know.
Right. Right. What is the real intention? Because there's a
Yes.
lot of like distraction happening.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then why are you attacking immigrants and other people of color and black folks? Like, what is that really, all of this really about? And you said something that I want to make sure I bring up to people. First of all, there's so many changes that happen with this administration. It's difficult for me to keep up. So that's why I kept throwing out, which one are you talking about, Luis? Are you talking about the executive order, birthright citizenship, or the Supreme Court decision related? There's so much going on to try to keep up with. But maybe y'all saw where Trump has threatened to deport Mamdani, who is the Democratic nominee for mayor in New York City. I mean, this is where we are. This is where we are. You don't agree with someone, send them away, right? And it doesn't matter if they have birthright citizenship. It doesn't matter if they were born here or naturalized here. He doesn't care. He does not care. So I just want to bring that up to folks because I'm so glad you mentioned it. So I have one more question for you, then we'll go take another break. So it kind of goes back to what we've just been talking about. Who is being targeted by this issue around immigration and deportations and kidnappings? Because I asked because, as we know, a federal judge recently said that Trump's attempt to end temporary legal status for 500,000 Haitians was unconstitutional. And so, I just want to know, what are your thoughts about who's being targeted with this hurt and this harm and this trauma from this administration?
Uh, I come back on the other question. Attack the people more sensitive, more vulnerable.
Hmm.
Vulnerable.
Hmm.
For example, the people working in the farm,
Hmm.
the construction,
Hmm.
landscaping,
Hmm.
mm, because in theory they don't have a right. They have a right. We are
Yes,
the right,
that's right.
but they is the part more sensitive.
Hmm.
But it's interesting because it's the part more sensitive and it's more strong. Why? For example, the restaurant industry factory.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know how many percent,
Hmm.
but many people the kitchen inside
Mm.
is immigrant.
Hmm.
The construction
Yes.
is the part more fragile but more strong
Mm.
because working in construction is hard.
Yeah.
I work
Right.
in 2 weeks. Wow,
Hmm.
is he need training?
Yeah.
Yeah, the target is the speak with accent.
Hmm. Hmm.
Probably now my name is the color my accent
Mm.
because it's the fusion my color and I not
Hmm.
pronounce correct the
Hmm.
English. In some Latinos, they have a privilege set, but this is not my problem
Right.
because I am white. I have eyes,
Mm.
sorry, blue eyes.
Hmm.
But I said, yeah, but you accent
Mm.
is is the problem in the community.
Yeah. That's right. I'm so glad we're having this conversation because you're saying so much to me where I'm seeing these connections. Because folks might remember decades ago when we had politicians coming after Ebonics, the way that many black people speak, literally creating laws at the local levels to say that we couldn't speak Ebonics. So language has always been a place of struggle. And it's so interesting because does anyone in this country truly speak the King's English? No, absolutely not. But you want to come after people because their color is different, their skin color is different,
Yeah.
their language is different, the way people eat, drink, dance, celebrate, worship is different. So all of that is being attacked, and like you said, it's the most vulnerable people
Yes.
who are being targeted first and foremost, right? And that makes sense because the most vulnerable people are the ones who have the least ability to fight back because they're
Yeah.
trying to survive. They're trying to survive.
Yeah.
So again, thank you so much for being here. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I've got some more questions for you. Thank y'all again for tuning in to Ask Attica, our weekly conversation with folks who are doing some things here in Louisville. And thank you, of course, to Stay Live Streams for providing the platform, for taking a break.
Hey guys, before we get back to the live stream, I'm Tracy, the bartender at Southern Hospitality Bar and Grill, located at 3402 West Broadway. You guys got to come and check us out. You can call your order in, and the phone number is 502-822-1474. Again, I'm Tracy, the bartender at Southern Hospitality. Come check us out, guys.
Through every note, every performance, the arts connect us. The arts connect us through joy and through awe, bridging cultures and generations. From intimate theaters to the grandest stages, the arts bring us together, reminding us that we're never truly alone. When we experience the arts, we experience each other. Kentucky Performing Arts. The arts connect us.
Hey, I know you're watching the live stream right now, but I want to take a moment to tell you to check out this new book right here over my shoulder. Believe me, it'll be worth it.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Ask Attica. My guest is Luis De Leon, and we're talking about immigration. So a question that I have that comes up often because people, sometimes don't know their rights. I also was watching this video on TikTok of a young black woman lives at home with her husband, their child, in the west of Louisville, and ICE showed up at her door, and she had no idea what to do. So, what should people do if ICE shows up at their door?
It's it's good question because in the past that you know open the door, they don't have evidence for the court.
Yes.
But now it's different, more aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
But in the law, the people need no open the door. We need evidence for the court. I pick up for you.
Mm-hmm.
But in different states, they bring evidence or letter
Mm-hmm.
is false.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm, we can recording
Mm-hmm.
is this is the us evidence.
Yes.
Um, the family need make plain
Mm-hmm.
what happened with the 10 eyes me my where put my oh who recommend my my pet my
Mm-hmm.
kids my family. Of course, we have our resources. For example, is Americana, La Casita, uh, Hookla.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we need communication with they
Yes.
for make the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, we memorize the one cell phone
Mm-hmm.
because always the police take or the
Yes.
agent uh, take the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Eh, it's necessary memorize one number or two numbers.
Mhm.
This is very interesting because 45 years, this is not a big deal. We
Right. Yes.
memorize, but now
Yes.
we memorize working memory. Sorry, working in other passport, but no,
Mhm.
my cell phone
Yes.
is
Exactly.
other period, other time. Um, is important. No, when we try,
Mhm.
not drink
Mhm. Mhm.
alcohol
Yes.
because is danger
Mhm.
for all
Mhm.
because this is illegal.
Right.
But we need take more
Mhm.
this part. Mm, no, when the agent stop, we we need the right is I can speak,
Mhm.
but no said false information.
Yes.
Mm, yeah, no, no open the door,
Yeah.
include the car. But
Mhm.
we have a two experience. One is in Lexington,
Okay.
two in Lexington. They stopped one immigrant. They broken the
Oh
glass.
my gosh.
Yeah, the car is the proprietary. Is
That's
the,
right.
but they recording.
Okay.
He, his case now is the lawyer.
Mhm.
It's very important recording.
Yes.
The video is the most optimal.
Mhm. Mm.
We have another time. It's more.
Yeah.
This is my recommendation.
No, I appreciate that. I hope folks were taking notes. I mean, did y'all hear what Louis said? In Lexington, the ICE agents literally broke someone's car window. This is not some movie or TV show. Come on now. So make sure you're recording. This is a tool. Use this tool.
Yeah.
Record. Um, make sure that there is clearly identified regalia, something on the agent's uniform when they come to your door, so that you know who they are. Some of them are coming as masked agents, so be really careful about that. Make sure that you have memorized at least one phone number. Like Lewis said, when we were growing up, that's all we did was memorize numbers. We didn't have cell phones. But now, memorizing numbers is not as common as it used to be. So at least memorize one number that you can call if you are detained. Lewis also said to make sure that you have a plan with your family, with your friends, of what you will do if something happens to you. If you have kids or you're taking care of elders, what happens to them if you're kidnapped? So make sure that you have that plan. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. The phones are so useful. Like I've got my notes on here. I've used it to document during the protests in 2020. So remember that to document. So this question is more about community. How can people like me and like other folks in community show up for our immigrant neighbors during this time?
Um, how well we we need connection more. Um, we understand the people uh, open
Mm,
his mind.
mhm.
I come back the same sentence, the first sentence. Today coming for my neighbor, tomorrow for you, in
Yes.
different ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm, mm-hmm. That whole in different ways is so important
Yeah.
because it doesn't. It's not only coming to your door. It's not only breaking the window of your car.
Yes.
Somebody could come for you at work. Somebody could come for your kid at school. There's so many different ways that
Yes.
people
Yeah.
could be under attack. And I do want to say that I appreciate how it has happened often, but particularly I want to bring up 2020 and the protest for justice for Breonna Taylor, that
Yes.
movement,
Yeah.
and how our immigrant siblings, our immigrant neighbors were showing up with us at Injustice Square Park. Y'all were writing about it in Spanish language media, talking about it on Spanish language radio. I just want to say I appreciate that, and that to me is one example of how we show up now, right? Is that we make sure we're doing that similar work. So thank you for
Yes,
that.
yeah.
So my next question for you before we take one last break is, how can we continue to build Black, Brown community and solidarity? I know it's something that you and I have worked on for years, and I see a dear friend of ours has just walked in, who's been doing that work as well. But how can we continue to build Black, Brown solidarity in a time when mainstream media and the politicians are trying to divide us, and capitalism is trying to divide us?
Um, Probably we need ask what what do for construction the best world. What is my part?
Mhm.
Um, we have the same problem, economic, mental, um, religion,
Yes.
uh, different ways. Probably now is good moment for building.
Hmm.
Of course, all people think different,
Yes.
but we live in the same
Mm.
land.
Mm.
We we breathe the same air.
Yes.
Um, we need learning more the
Yes.
life.
Yes. Yeah. We're more alike than we are different.
Yes,
And we
yeah.
need to understand that. So thank you for that. And I'm going to keep doing that work as well, along with you and so many other amazing people in our city and across our Commonwealth and this country. All right, y'all, we're going to take a break and come back, and we're going to wrap up, close out the interview with Luis, and we'll see you back here in just a little bit.
The team at Norton West Louisville Hospital would like to invite you to a community update and listening session. In partnership with the Fraser Museum, we are so excited to give you, our community, updates and hear feedback from you as well. Let's talk and bridge the divide. In attendance will be myself, Lorenza Townsend, Chief Administrative Officer for Norton West Louisville Hospital, and Russ Cox, CEO of Norton Healthcare. And now, all we need is you. Join us at the Fraser Museum. The address is 829 West Main Street, beginning at 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., July 15th. Come and talk to us. Come see me. Come bridge the divide with us. But if you do nothing else, stay live.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Ask Attica. Um, my guest is Luis De Leon, and we've been talking about a lot, his work, especially around politics and media, um, digging into what's going on with the attacks and kidnappings of immigrants. How do we build together? So I want to close out, Luis, something that has been coming up a lot for folks in these past 6 going on 7 months, and it's around hope. That on the one hand, there's so many people who are losing hope right now, and to a certain extent wanting to give up. And then there are people who are trying to hold on to something, some little grain of something, but they're looking for that inspiration, that something that helps them to keep going. So how do you stay hopeful in these times?
Um, we have the human have a history. Um, we need talk the doors for the neighbor, and probably we need um, read and other example the movement have the same problem, same situation. He always we survivor.
Mm,
The my hope is, for example, now you open this space.
yeah.
It's good opportunity talk about. You put on the table immigration.
Hmm.
Probably next show you take other topic.
Yes.
This is I hope you and my friends in my community,
Mhm.
in my music,
Mhm.
in la esquina.
Yes.
um, my hope is the good people is more.
Mhm. Mm.
Oh, the good
Mm.
people is more.
Yes.
I- we need take this is part.
Yes.
I draw one a driving one friend
Mhm.
is an photo exhibit now
Okay.
at the restaurant.
Yes.
Is
Very good food. Woo.
yeah, is that this is drawing have people
Mhm.
they building one
Pyramid.
pyramid.
Yes.
Thank you. Only people. In the other
Oh.
part is the factor.
Okay. Ooh. Mm.
But this is drug building in the same side
Interesting.
and different way. Of course,
Mhm.
the hub no is easy.
You're right.
We need working. We need make connection.
Mhm.
The hub no is free.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
need working
Yes.
together
Yes.
because I working alone. Okay, you close your door, but we need contact
Mm.
with the people. Understand when the people have a bad aptitude.
Yeah.
For example, with the president, I know imagination very strong life
Mm.
because he showed a bad part.
Mhm.
It's similar that the neighborhood. That
Mhm.
I know, I know working with you,
Right.
but understand what happened with you.
Mm. Mhm.
We need practice that compassion.
Mhm.
The compassion, no high compassion, no real compassion.
Mhm. Yes.
Not for accept other. Oh, I am very good because I need open doors. No, we need working us self, myself.
Yes.
Yeah, the hub no is easy.
Mm. But you said something that has me thinking about hope. It's an action word. Hope is
Yes.
action. It takes work. It doesn't just happen to fall out of the
Yes. Yeah.
sky. We have to pour into whatever it is that we're seeking to be hopeful about. You know, that we have to show up. You also talked about doing the work inside of ourselves, that, looking
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
ourselves. So I really appreciate that because you got me thinking about hope in a different way, that it's an action word.
This is
Mm.
what's very interesting when I have 15 years in United States, but when was the movement, justice movement,
Mhm.
um, for Breonna Taylor,
Mhm.
um, probably was minimal, but
Mhm.
now we see change.
Mhm.
The people change.
Mm.
The last time I don't remember exactly the points, but 12 points working or is good
Okay.
when the movement justice.
Mhm.
This is hope.
Mm.
Probably
Mm. Yes.
uh, we need working with the hope because noise they not coming for the sky. We
Mm.
need change that attitude.
Yes. Yes. Movements are hope. Ooh,
Yeah.
you just gave me some wonderful gems. I appreciate
Oh no.
that.
Thank you.
All right. My last question
Yeah.
is, the podcast is called Ask Attica. I love to ask some of my favorite people, do you have any questions that you would like to ask me?
Okay. Where do you um, pick up or have a courage for working?
Ooh, my courage. Well, I will say that it's come from different places at different times. My faith has been a strong source of courage for me. My family, have an amazing family. Um, my kids have been such a source of courage for me. Like during the movement for justice for Breonna Taylor, to have my teenage daughter out there almost every day. I don't think she missed a day. She was a full-time student at U of L, working part-time at Walgreens. So it was in the middle of COVID. She was a frontline worker, and she would come from work in her uniform to Injustice Square Park to show up. And then I have my son who worked at White Castle, and I remember him telling me one night after he had worked the third shift, he said, "Mom, don't ever allow me to say that people don't want to work." He said, "I just had a coworker who's pregnant, has 2 children at home, and she just walked home from work after the third shift." And just, that is where my courage comes from. I can't look at them and not be courageous, because otherwise I will fail them and the children who come after them. So I appreciate that question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have other
Okay,
last
that's
question.
fine.
Sorry.
Okay.
You got Frankfurt
Yes.
represent.
Yes.
I live in the same neighbor.
Yes.
Now are you working in podcasts? You're working in other topics.
Mhm.
How you see Louisville
Ooh.
comparing these
Yes.
10 years?
Ooh.
Change, not change.
Okay.
Where is the line?
Yeah. Well, serving in Frankfurt helped me see Louisville from a different perspective to see how other parts of Kentucky look at Louisville. So that was helpful. Um, most other places think Louisville is this liberal city, this liberal dot in Kentucky. Living here, I was able to say to them, it's not as liberal as you think. To your point about compassion, compassion here for a long time was performative from politicians. It wasn't real. It was, let me check a box, right? Let me say the right words, but not do the right thing. And so that was different. I would say in the past 10 years, I've seen so many more young people step up and step out in front and be courageous and run for office. And so many are running for office next year. I'm seeing so many more of my neighbors and siblings who are Asian and Latino who are getting more involved in politics. And that makes me so happy because I'm like, that's what we need in order to make change. I'm seeing people understand policy more. There was a time where I feel like so many people were just like, you go to Frankfurt, you do whatever it is that you do, fight for us, we appreciate you, but we're not really paying attention to what's happening because life. We got to live life. But now people are paying attention to policies at the local and state level and saying, wait a minute, whoa, that ain't, we need to do something about this. So I've seen that kind of change where it's coming from the people more than the politicians, right? More than policy, but it's coming from the people. And I feel like 10 years, that's been the past 10 years. You asked me about 10 years. 10 years from now, I think Louisville's going to be a totally different place. I don't think it's going to be what we see right now because I think that we're going to have new and different people in leadership who have, like you said, more open-minded, think more broadly, value equity and fairness and justice and see those as core values for our city. So that's what I see. Yeah. Well, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
No, thanks.
Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to my guest, Louis de Leon, for being with us today and just sharing with us about his perspective on where things are right now with the immigration attacks related to kidnappings of immigrants, for example. And I just want to remind folks that we are all more connected and more alike than we are different. And if we can be and grow from that place, we can truly make some change. So again, thank you all for tuning in. As always, shout out to Stay Live Streams for providing the platform for the podcast. You can find it live on Facebook and YouTube. And a very special shout out to Roots 101 for allowing us to use this space today, so-called Independence Day. Y'all can imagine how I feel about that. But we know that our facilities that we often use were closed today. So shout out to Roots 101 for opening up these doors, especially for us on this day. All right, y'all, have an amazing weekend.
Hey y'all, I'm Attica Scott, former Kentucky State Representative.
They're asking me about everything, local, state, federal, all the time. How do I do this? How do I do that? Why can't I get a speed hump? What's going on with the consent decree? Hey y'all, welcome to Ask Attica. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Friday morning.